What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, who never knows best, bringing you some Dragon Ball FighterZ patch notes. I'm currently live right now on twitch.tv/LotusAsakura. Link is in the description down below. I mean, by the time you're seeing this video, I'm not live doing this. I might be live, so you should hit the follow button anyway and come through to the stream if you haven't already. In another tab, let this video keep playing. But if you haven't already seen the patch notes for yourself, they just dropped today and your boy's very excited to bring them to you. So I'm going through them on my stream, which if you're watching this video, you already missed the stream. But like I said, I might be playing Dragon Ball FighterZ on stream right now because your boy's amped, your boy's excited. We got 1,000 people in here right now watching, and we might have even more tuned in by the time they see the Twitter post that I made in the YouTube community post. But let's get it popping. Dragon Ball FighterZ patch notes 1.31 is upon us. The patch notes are out today and the patch drops tomorrow. They actually brought it to us early. We weren't even supposed to get the patch until July, but they're giving us the patch a full month before Evo, giving people plenty of time to get used to the new changes and get prepared for the next big tournament. CEO just ended a couple of days ago and I'm amped. So let's get it popping. From the Dragon Ball FighterZ team, we would like to announce that the balance adjustment update patch version 1.31 will be released sequentially from June 29th. The delivery dates and times may differ between platforms, etc, etc. In this patch, we are adjusting the balance of all characters based on the play status and feedbacks we received from the community after the balance adjustment made last August and the addition of Android 21 lab coat in February this year. We hope that everyone will take this opportunity to try out not only characters you're familiar with, but also those you have not used much until now. The entire Dragon Ball FighterZ team is committed to making the game more enjoyable for everyone. Thank you again for your continued support. Dragon Ball FighterZ is available on all these platforms. Yeah, know the vibe. So I have not actually checked out any of these notes for myself, but as you can tell by the fact that I'm talking a million miles an hour, I'm very excited, I'm very hype. I've already made it known that the current version of DBFZ is my least favorite that we've had. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this patch until I've played it for at least a few days, probably even a few weeks. But I'm just excited for something fresh to the game, changes for a lot of characters, people to experiment, and like this is always the most exciting time in a game, is when there's a new patch or a new version that drops. And hopefully it shakes things up, man. Hopefully it shakes things up. So I'm going to go through everything individually, one by one. I'm not going to jump around and skip to the characters I care about most. We're just going to go through it one at a time. It looks like we have some overall system mechanic changes or changes across the board to start off with. So jumping attacks. Makes it harder for jumping attacks to miss crouching opponents when they are performed after a super dash while in sparking blast. I guess it actually works for, because there are a few characters or there are a few instances where I've been in sparking and I super dash to somebody, and you know how you just like, you JL or JH and it whiffs. I guess that just will happen less. Super Dash no longer launches opponent on grounded hit during sparking a blast. No big deal. Guard cancel change can no longer be performed with a diagonal input. I didn't know that was possible in the first place. Z change and ultimate Z change fix an issue in which odd behavior would occur when performing a super attack in Z change or ultimate Z change from specific attack. And that's it. So as far as mechanic changes goes and like universal changes, pretty much just some bug fixes and slight changes to make things more in line with what they were trying to do in the first place. So yeah, I mean, I guess like it says, this does help a little bit with mix-up, but these aren't really that big of a deal IMO. But here we have the actual list of changes, and we've got a long list of changes to go through here. So one by one, we're kicking it off with Goku Super Saiyan. So standing unique attack, which is just his 5S, right? Adjusted blowback of the final hit and added a wall bounce effect, increased untuckable time of the final hit. They just added more hit stun to his ki blast, is that what they mean? Flurry kick, medium heavy, added invincibility to jumping attacks partway through the motion of the attack, increased clash level, okay. Invincibility to the jumping attacks partway through the motion of the attack. So is that like full invincibility? Or invincibility to... They just made it like an anti-air, I guess. So he can just use Tatsu as like an anti-air now? So he can just use Tatsu straight up to beat like Super Dash and like JL and everything like that? That's... Oh. Okay, interesting. Dragon Flash Fist Medium, increased block stun, slowed down the grounded version startup. Sure. I guess they just made it more reactable, but it's I guess it's now plus on block, would be my assumption there. But it's now slower. So kind of like Trunks has changed, not changed the future. His medium shining slash, Trunks medium shining slash is basically reactable. I forget the exact frames, but it's like 31 frames or something. But it's an overhead and it's plus on block. It's only +2. I don't imagine that this is going to be very plus either. But it's plus frames nonetheless, because I don't think previously Super Saiyan Goku had a way to give himself plus frames. But yeah. Kamehameha, Super Dash can now be performed during the later half of the motion. So if you do Kamehameha, can you like cancel out of it into a super dash? Because that would be interesting. Like the beam doesn't have to finish before you could super dash, because that'd be interesting. Super Kamehameha, increase the attack's damage. Sure. And that's it for Goku. So yeah, very minor changes for the most part. It seems he's got plus frames now. He does a little bit more damage, and he's got an anti-air in his flurry kick. So sure. I don't think those are the changes Goku players are looking for. People definitely want his old 2M back, but they seem adamant in their stance of not doing that. You can only super dash off of upward beams before, but now you can do it off straight beams. So like, could Trunks do that too? Could Yamcha, Krillin, just everyone with a beam, Goku Black? And also like Tien. Well, like, will they include Tiens as well, or is it just characters with like a Kamehameha and maybe a Masenko, so like Gohan, Trunks? Next up we have Super Saiyan Vegeta. So standing light attack follow-up 2. It's just reduced recovery. Standing medium attack, reduced recovery. Crouching medium attack, reduced recovery. So this gave him better frame data. It gave him way better frame data. Standing heavy attack, increased the distance moved during the attack. Standing unique attack, reduced recovery. Consecutive energy blast, sped up the attack startup. That's good. That'll make it easier for combos, and I mean, I don't really know if it'll be useful for anything else, but for sure. Sped up the attack startup. So they made Super Saiyan Vegeta's frame data a lot better across the board, it seems like. So his staggers become a lot better for sure. More range on his 5H. Sped up the attack startup, made him faster. Super dash kick medium, increase the attack's damage, reduce recovery for the ground inversion. Okay, and super dash kick heavy, adjusts blowback on hit during camera effect, and increase untechable time on hit during camera effect. So it has more hit stun as well, which will just make it easier to combo off of when you hit it raw, because people do drop that sometimes. So whatever. So again, not like major changes here, but I mean the character these are buffs. Like these are all buffs. I mean, he certainly wasn't going to get nerfed, right? Well, there it is. All right, Piccolo. This will be interesting. Very short list for Piccolo. Increased knockback on his 5LL, I guess. His jumping heavy attack can now be jump cancelled. Wait, you can do what? You can do what? Okay. Demon Shocker added invincibility to jumping attacks partway through the motion of the attack, and Demon Slicer sped up the grounded version startup. So Piccolo getting buffed again. Not like major buffs, but again Piccolo getting buffed. I'm seeing buffs across the board, so I'm wondering what happens to like the top tiers of this game. We already know Lab Coat's gonna get nerfed, and we already know the fusions are probably going to get nerfed, but are they going to get off with a slap on the wrist, or will there be actual meaningful changes to their character? And now we move on to Tien Gohan. So for Tien Gohan, we have crouching medium attack, so it's 2M, increase the distance moved during the attack, so they gave more range to his 2M. Standing heavy attack is 5H, increased distance moved during the attack. So it looks like they're buffing a lot of 5Hs again. In the last patch, they buffed a couple of 5Hs, and a lot of 5Ms. And it's looking like they might be doing the same thing in this patch with 2M and 5H. Crouching unique attack, so it's 2S, sped up the attack startup. Super Dragon Flight Heavy, increased untouchable time when there's no camera effect. That's his DP, right? Motionless Kamehameha, sped up the attack startup. Father Son Kamehameha, sped up the attack startup. Okay, this small buffs for Gohan, so not super big changes to any of these characters. I mean, it seems like they're making combos easier for some, and making normals better by either giving them more range or better frame data, whether that be them being faster or less recovery. But obviously their characters are in a much better spot. Then we have Frieza with a decent sized list. So, crouching heavy attack, sped up the attack startup, so they made his 2H faster. Standing unique attack, sped up the attack startup, made his Ki Blast faster. Crouching unique attack, so it's 2S. Sped up the attack startup, a differently angled crouching unique attack cannot be performed in T combos. So they changed the angle of it, or he now has an extra option. Jumping unique attack, sped up the attack startup and increase the attack's damage. Okay, more buffs for Frieza. And his JS beats Super Dash too, right? So that's actually not bad. Because if you can do it faster, that actually means it becomes more of a viable option for beating Super Dash. So that's good. Death Slash, medium, reduced recovery. You may not survive this time. Reduced recovery when there is no camera effect, and you must die by my hand gets increased damage. So Frieza buffs. Is this what Frieza really needs? Not really, but how can they be okay with his assist? His assist definitely needs some work. Next we have Captain Ginyu. Captain Ginyu is a weird character because like, he's one of those characters that like snowballs you and steamrolls you once he gets going. But he's a character like I don't really want to see get buffed too much because he's already a pain in the hands of the right players, and like he does a ton of damage, so we'll see what he's doing. Standing light attack can now cancel into a standing light attack and a Z combo. Standing light attack follow-up 2 added a vacuum effect on block. Oh, that's dangerous. His auto combo has a vacuum effect on it now. So if he does 5 LLL, that means he can pull you out of the corner. But also can do, I'm not sure what else that will give him mid-screen, because I don't play Ginyu, but that seems like a decent change for him. Standing heavy attack, added invincibility to low attacks partway through the motion of the attack. They made it low crush? But why? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Standing unique attack, added invincibility to Ki Blast from partway through the motion to the end of the motion. Now deflects Ki Blast, his JS partway through the motion of the attack. Unique attack Goldo, added invincibility to Ki Blast for Goldo. Wait a minute. Y'all can chill out. Raccoon now deflects Ki Blast. Hey, wait a minute. And his B assist, Ki gauge increase now varies based on number of attacks. These aren't like huge changes, but I'm just like, there's a few characters in this game where I'm like, when they get buffed, I'm like, hey, y'all be careful, right? Ginyu, Nappa, Majin Buu are like top 3 for me on that list. And Android 17 was really high on that list too, and now Android 17 just is top tier. But like, those 4 characters are characters that I was like, well, in the right hands, they're already pretty dangerous, and y'all are like one change away from making that character like despicable. Yeah. Alright, boys. Alright, hold on, here we go. It's Trunks. I'm not, my expectations and my hopes are very low. Very low, so let me not even get gassed, but my boy, please tell me we're not a bottom 5 character anymore. Okay. Crouching medium attack. Increase the distance moved during the attack. So they gave our 2M more range. Sure, it's fine. Shining Slash. Sped up the grounded version startup. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. They made Shining Slash faster. People already don't react to it anyway, and they made it even faster. Oh wait, only the grounded version. I was about to say, they should have made the aerial version faster too, because that would have been better for combos. And also, I want to be able to use Light Shining Slash for sliding knockdown mid-screen. I don't want to have to spend the bar for the EX. If I was hoping that they would let me do Ki Blast into Light Shining Slash for sliding knockdown mid-screen. Doing Ki Blast EX Shining Slash, I feel like I should be able to get light, because other characters can do it with their lights, like fucking Super Saiyan Goku can just do light punch, but whatever. That's cool, I'm fine. Medium Shining Slash adjusted the distance moved during the mid-air version. So it just goes further? Masenko Super Dash can now be performed during the later half of the motion. We'll see. We'll see. Cyclone Jump, medium, adjusted the distance moved and changed trajectory. So that's his medium flip. They changed the angle of the medium flip? Sure. And they adjust the distance move. That's one of the things I won't have an opinion on until I play it for myself, but we'll see. And Cyclone Buster, changed the attack's hit effect, increased untechable time. I'm not sure what they mean by hit effect, but they gave it more hit stun. So maybe I can. Let me see something. Actually, let me turn the game on. Let me turn the game on real quick. Let me pull the game up. But I will say these are not any of the changes I want to see as a Trunks player. I think Trunks is still gonna suck. Trunks is still trash. But it goes further now, so we might actually have Gogeta to win. We might actually have Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta to win now. But that seems like something that a lot of characters have now, where they're making the 2Ms better. If I wanna... Now that doesn't work as it is. I don't think this actually works though. Nah, it's not fast enough. What I was hoping you'd be able to do is do Light Flip, Cyclone Buster into Light Shining Slash mid-screen. But they didn't make it faster, right? They just made it, gave it more hit stun. Yeah, Cyclone Buster, it is changed it, increased untechable time. Damn, if they would have made that, if they would have just made it slightly faster so that you get Light Flip into Cyclone Buster mid-screen, that would have actually been a really nice change. If I could do that, because then you could just get Light Shining Slash, which is one of the changes I want for him. I mean, there will definitely be new combos and things you can get with this for sure. That's just something I was hoping for immediately, because one of the changes I want to see for Trunks is him to be able to get sliding knockdown mid-screen without having to spend half a bar. Because one of Trunks' like big problems is that he requires so much bar for everything he does, and he doesn't really build a lot of it in the first place. So why are you checking for this if the patch is even out? The thing I'm trying to do doesn't matter if we're on the new patch or not, because all I was testing just now was to see if Light Cyclone, if the Light Flip comboed currently into Cyclone Buster. If it did, that would mean that with the additional hit stun, I could easily get Light Shining Slash with the new hit stun. But if it doesn't already work in the first place, it doesn't matter if I'm playing on the new patch or not, because if it's not fast enough for that to combo, then the extra hit stun won't matter. I wasn't checking to see if the whole thing worked. I already know that it doesn't. I just wasn't sure, and I didn't remember if I could just currently do Light Flip into Ki Blast. Because if Light Flip into Ki Blast works mid-screen, that means I could get Shining Slash from it, but you can't right now. But yeah. I probably won't be going into training mode and testing out stuff for every character. Just when I do shit like that, it's probably only going to be for characters that I play. But yeah, no change to his level 2. Probably still can't get medium or light shining slash mid-screen. No buff to change the future to make it more hit confirmable. No buff to his 5S. And you know what also sucks is that he didn't get a buffed 5S, but other characters did. So that's cool. Oh, Trunks, why do they hate you so much? Whatever. Alright, on to the Cell changes. So, standing light attack. Cell now moves during the attack. Sure. I guess he probably just has more range on his 5L. Rolling Crush Light, sped up the mid-air version startup, reduce the mid-air version's damage, and increase damage scaling for the mid-air version. So they made it faster but less damage. Sure. Sped up the final hit startup, the mid-air version's final hit now moves Cell forward. And his Kamehameha cannot be super dashed off of, like the angled beams already could. Android 18, alright boys. I think 18's in a decent spot. Like, I don't think she's as good as everyone says, but she's not trash. So I'll just take whatever small buffs they give her here, because I doubt she's getting nerfed, right? Standing light attack follow 2, reduce knockback on block on her auto combo. Sure. Standing medium attack, increased distance move during the attack. So this gave her 5M more range. Her 5M's already pretty good, but when you have characters like Vegito in existence, it's not that special. Deal. Destructo Disc, sped up the attack startup. Sure, cool. That will make some of her combos better, like her loops and stuff, the disc loops. That'll make those easier. And it just becomes better in neutral. Also, if the attack has better or quicker startup, that also means I'll get counter hit less from when I'm trying to bait people into super dashing at me. Like when I do Ki Blast, and then Destructo Disc, I'll get counter hit less when I see the disc in my hand. So the disc will come out faster. That happens a lot actually. So that's actually pretty useful. That happens a lot where I see the disc in 18's hand and I get super dashed at. So it being a little bit faster will probably help out a lot. It's like a small change that'll go a long way. Then support attack light. Sped up the mid-air version startup when the opponent is in hit stun. The spawn position of the mid-air version now changes when the opponent is in hit stun mid-air. It's made it faster, which I don't use that move a lot, to be honest, but I'll play with it. Standing, oh, and that's it. Not a lot of changes for 18. I wasn't expecting a lot, but yeah, I mean, I thought she was already in a decent spot. She got slightly better. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. They didn't nerf barrier. They didn't accept everybody overreacting to barrier and tone it down or anything, because I don't think barrier needed to be nerfed or anything like that. But yeah. Moving on, next up we got Gotenks. Standing light attack follow up 1. So it's 5LL, sped up the attack startup. Less recovery on his 5M. Vengeful shout, super dash cannot be performed. Yeah, so it just seems like across the board, all horizontal beams can now super dash off of. So probably some cool combos. And maybe some mix-ups for certain characters. Great special rolling kick, increase the distance move during the attack, gave more range on that, and increased recovery on ghosts. Make the move more viable, but they gave it more recovery. Did they just nerf Ghost Oki? I don't know how dramatic this is, but I think they just nerfed Ghost Oki, which would suck because I feel like Gotenks is already a really powerful character that doesn't get enough representation because he's a little bit difficult, and they just made Ghost Oki, I think, even more difficult. So that means even less people probably play him. This might not be that big of a deal though. Like I don't actually know until the patch comes out, but Krillin, who I think is another underplayed character right now. After image heavy, very short list for Krillin by the way. Grounded version now moves behind the opponent. Increased distance move during the grounded version of the attack. Increased recovery when falling up from the grounded version. Adjusted distance move when falling up from the mid-air version. That's something I won't really know about for sure until I see it in action. Less recovery on Sensu Bean though, which is good. And Kamehameha, super dash can out, yeah. So, But if I'm a Krillin player, I'm not mad at this. I don't know what Krillin players are hoping Krillin would get. I don't play him, obviously. But Krillin's a character I think was already in a good spot. And I mean, if you saw CEO and you saw Garlic Bread, y'all saw Krillin got a lot of potential that people have not been playing up to yet. Krillin got a lot of potential. So Kid Buu players are the most dramatic players in this entire game. They've sworn up and down that their character is dead. Every single patch since released, and every single patch Kid Buu continued to be top tier, continued to live. And the only time ever where this character might have actually finally been killed was in the last patch, not only because of the changes that he got, but also because Lab Coat 21 was released and she was a direct nerf to Kid Buu and Yamcha, even though they were already characters that didn't do a lot of damage. And it's just like, yeah, I finally gave you Kid Buu players, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but I was like, okay, you know what, Kid Buu not so great right now with 21 being a thing. I still don't know what the changes are for Lab Coat 21 yet. We haven't gotten that far on the list, but I think Kid Buu's still very strong. And since a lot of these events were banning Lab Coat anyway, Kid Buu was back to being a top tier character that you saw a decent bit of, and all the Kid Buu players went back to him. And depending on what the changes are, Kid Buu will be back in action again, because even though this is the weakest Kid Buu's ever been, the character's still viable as long as 21 is not at full strength. So standing unique attack can now cancel into standing medium attack in a Z combo. So more combos. Crouching unique attack can now cancel into a jumping medium attack in a Z combo. Jumping unique attack can now cancel into a jumping medium attack in a Z combo. Mystic arm swing added invincibility to jumping attacks at the beginning of the attack for light and medium. And you can super dash those combo. So not huge changes for Kid Buu either. I mean, one of the issues Kid Buu players have right now is damage. That is the one weakness I'll say Kid Buu has is damage. Does this fix it? Yeah, I don't think that's what Kid Buu players are looking for, no cap. Majin Buu, his JM is faster, his JH is faster. His dive bomb added invincibility to jumping attacks partway through the motion of the grounded. So they're adding a lot of invincibility. They're adding a lot of anti-air property, or like, anti-air property to a lot of these special moves for characters. Hey yo, wait a fucking minute again. Why couldn't Trunks have that? Why can't Trunks Shining Slat? Whatever. I see all these characters getting other shit. I'm just like, so again, Trunks doesn't get the party. Cool. I mean, like, I get his as an overhead, but like, I could have just gave it to like the medium version or the heavy version, like, you know what I'm saying? Or at least let it beat Ki Blast. It's a sword. All his heavies beat Ki. Whatever. Trunks sucks. And his cartwheel sped up the grounded version startup. I don't really think cartwheel needed to be faster, but I don't know. Majin Buu players getting slightly better. Majin Buu players getting even stronger. Nappa. So Nappa is another character I said before that like him, Majin Buu, 17, and Ginyu characters. I'm like, all right, y'all be careful with how y'all improve these characters, because Nappa I think is actually really good right now. Increase active frames of his JL. Increase block stun when fully charged. His arm break and Blazing Storm is now faster. Okay, these aren't that big of a deal. These aren't really that big of a deal. I mean, he gets slightly better, technically, but I guess he's more plus on block when he does a fully charged arm break, which I guess is good, but I don't see these being like game breaking or anything. Next, we have Android 16. Standing light attack, increased distance move during the attack. His auto combo has increased distance move during the attack, so just more range. His 5M has less recovery. Reduced gravity after the attack on his 5H. Oh no, on his 2H. Reduced gravity? What do you mean by reduced gravity? Reduced gravity, I don't know what that means. His J2H is now faster and adjusted the distance move before the attack when they put us in hit stun. Standing unique attack, so his faster Ki Blast. Hell Heat has reduced recovery. And his for a second, I thought they gave him his assist back. They just made it faster, which is not bad. But for those of you who don't know, Android 16 back in season 1 used to have one of the best assists in the game. I wouldn't say the best, but had definitely one of the best assists. His A assist had a pretty big hitbox on it, which it still does, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if they ever changed the hitbox, but it used to be a lockdown assist. A assist used to have crazy block stun. I want to say it was around 40 frames. Don't quote me on the exact number, but it used to be really good. So something you saw a lot back during the peak of season 1 was like Bardock and 16 together, where you just do lariat plus assist, and I was like, haha, I'm in for free neutral, and you're locked down, and now you gotta guess, and it was crazy. 16's assist used to be one of the best for sure, for combos and mix. It was just really good, and it like held you in place, bro. Like you were just literally locked down right there. Like it was crazy. They just made it faster though. They didn't give it back. So that's that on that. These are definitely not the changes 16 players are looking for, but it's looking like none of these changes that characters are getting are the changes that your character was really looking for. So Yamcha, standing light attack can now cancel into a standing light attack in a Z combo. Crouching heavy attack can now cancel into crouching heavy attack in a Z combo. So you can do 2H into J2H and reduce knockback on block. So sure. Jumping heavy attack, see, like I was looking for that, can now cancel into heavy attack and unique attack in a Z combo after landing. So J2H into 5H, increase the opponent's hit stop on hit, adjusted distance moved on hit, and increased untechable time. So they gave it more hit stun as well. Okay, so they basically buffed his dive kick and you get more combos and stuff now. Wolfang Fist, these are the changes I'm interested in for Yamcha. Can now be performed up to 2 times in one string. Wolfang Fist Tail can now be performed up to 2 times in one combo. They didn't do anything about that whiff recovery, huh? Yeah, Whoa, you can now follow up his Wolfang with Kamehameha. That's pretty cool. They gave him more combos, but they and nothing about that recovery, huh? Sorry, Yamcha. Anyway, moving on to Tien, we got crouching medium attack, so that's 2M, less recovery. 5H has less recovery. Crane Strike Heavy, change distance move on block, sped up the mid-air version startup when the opponent is in hit stun, and adjust the distance move during the mid-air version of the attack. Telekinesis is now faster. Like other special moves, it can now be performed from normal attacks. Farewell Tien, like other super attacks, it can now be performed from normal attacks or special moves. Tien is another character who I thought was in a good spot. His changes don't seem mind-blowing in any capacity. We have adult Gohan with a lot of changes. Okay, our adult Gohan players eating again. Let's find out. Standing light attack, increase distance move during the attack. Crouching light attack, sped up the attack startup. They buffed his 2L. It's 8. Okay, so now they made it 7 probably. They surely wouldn't have made it 6, right? Jumping light attack, increase active frames. Sure, that's good. Standing medium attack, increase the distance move during the attack. So they gave him a better 5M, which he really didn't need. But he might just have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta 5M now. Crouching unique attack, sped up the attack startup. Oh, his 2S is faster. Jumping unique attack, adjusted the distance moved and changed trajectory, reduced recovery, sped up the attack startup. A heavy attack, unique attack, or super attack can now be performed after landing. Jet uppercut, so his light DP, sped up the attack startup after potential unleashed. Oh, so his DP is now faster once he's leveled up. Increased untechable time after potential unleashed. Adjusted distance moved during the attack after potential. No! Why are they buffing DPs even more? Oh no. At least he still needs to be leveled up, and that's always been Gohan's thing. Is like he sucks when he's level 0, but at level 1 he becomes like a top tier character. Well, maybe top tier this patch, who knows? I didn't finish reading, but and reduce recovery after potential unleashed. They're not giving this nigga the ability to combo off his own DP, right? Surely. Also, adult Gohan's DP having even more range is fucking wild to me because I already feel like his medium DP goes too far. His medium and EX DPs, I already feel like they go too far. He gets a super dash change for his Masenko and his potential unleash. Holding the button no longer slows down startup. So does that mean he can fully combo into all his level ups? And yeah, it's just LDP, so it's not the end of the world. It's not like if these same changes apply to medium DP, I'm like, all right, bro, I'm done. Fuck this character. I'm joining LK and be like, all right, Gohan's the enemy. Yeah, so this should mean that you can just level up from 0 to 7 and it all combos. So that's pretty good changes for Gohan. I mean, I don't know how far up this moves him, but these are good changes. Like, these are really good changes. I think if you're an adult Gohan player, you're probably not like over the moon, but you're happy. Moving on, hit. I'm interested in these changes actually. 5L has less recovery, so better for staggers, and hits 5L and 5L are already pretty good. Standing heavy attack, sped up the attack startup. So it means it's 5H faster. Vital point attack, reduce recovery when canceling the stance. Okay, time to time, reduce recovery. Deadly intent, reduce recovery. Mark an assassin, reduce recovery. And that's it. Sure, I guess. I mean, they just gave him less recovery, basically. They just made him a faster character. It's literally all 5H is faster and everything else is less recovery. Blue Goku. Standing light attack, follow-up 1. Increase the distance moved during the attack. Okay, sure. Crouching medium attack. Distance move can now be changed with the back input. Wait. So does that mean he has a 1M now? Or do you have to do like 2M and then you hold back? And you can make him go shorter or further? Why? Why would you? And then same thing with this 5H, distance move can now be changed with a back input. That's so weird. Knockback can now be changed on block with the back input. Blue Goku continues to thrive. Like, I don't know how much changes like this are gonna matter, but this character just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And like, that's enough slices. Like, the character's good. Like, y'all can chill out. Blue Goku's top tier. Y'all can stop. Crouching heavy attack. Distance move can now be changed with the back input. Knockback. That's weird. Divine Void Strike. Reduce recovery for the grounded version on whiff. Why? Dragon Flash Kick, reduce recovery on whiff. Why? Let me punish people. Thing is, this game need more whiff recovery, not less. To be honest, if I see changes like this for other blue hair characters, y'all know I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, right? Because there's a certain jumpsuit wearing jackass with blue spiky hair and earrings that I need to see more whiff recovery for. So if I see changes like this where it's less whiff recovery, I'm gonna have a meltdown. But I digress. Blue Vegeta, standing medium attack, reduce recovery, crouching medium attack, reduce recovery, so his mediums are better, probably better for staggers and whatever. Super dash kick, follow up 1 heavy, reduce the amount of hit stop. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give you a 3. Sped up the mid-air version, startup, adjust the distance move during the mid-air version of the attack, sure, increase the attack's damage, Big Bang does more damage, and his assist has more damage. So these really aren't that big of a deal. I don't know if this fucks up any combos for Vegeta Blue players, but Beerus, crouching medium attack, increased distance move during it. I'm sorry, what? Increased distance move during the. Hold on, where's Beerus dumbass at? They gave Beerus 2M more range. That's not what Beerus needs. Of all things, that's not what he needs. But hold on, they gave this move more range. So the only possible explanation is they made it full screen. This move already goes this far. It's already practically, like, I'm literally a 5M away. I'm not a 5L away because Beerus sucks, but I'm a 5LL away, you know? His 2M is literally about to catch you off screen after that. Like, what do you mean? Like, they gave it more. That's not what he needs. What he needs is a more active hitbox, an earlier, like, active hitbox on it is what he needs. Because I don't think this move is actually active until, like, close to the end. They need to make the hitbox on it active earlier. The range is not the issue Beerus players have. Whatever. Standing unique attack can now be performed 2 times in 1 Z combo. Crouching unique attack, a heavy attack or unique attack can now be performed on whiff. Letting players do shit on whiff is something I'm not a big fan of, but whatever. And they made Spheres of Destruction faster. Yeah, they made this move faster, which I think is good for him. That's cool. I don't know if that's going to be a game changer or anything, but... and here we have Goku Black, a fan favorite. You don't really see him a whole lot anymore, but this was one of the most popular characters in the game at one point. So let's see. Crouching heavy attack, so his 2H is now faster. Standing unique attack, his 5S. A projectile is now launched on block. I gotta see what that is. God Slicer, medium heavy. Added invincibility to jumping attacks to the grounded version. That's actually pretty good. I wish it did it in the air too. It being on the ground is not as good. But it now actually beating Super Dash and like jump-ins and stuff, that's actually pretty good. This is one of the things I wanted to see for Goku Black. This is actually one of the changes I've always wanted to see for Goku Black. I wish it applied to the air version too. It only applying to the grounded version is kind of whack. But I get it because it'd be kind of OD. Well, no, because the thing is, like, characters like 21 exist and other characters like they should have that's good, but they should have given it to the air version too, because there's other characters that have special moves in the air that just beat other air normals and Super Dash. Like that should just, yeah, no, that should actually be applied to the air version too. That's kind of whack. This is a good change for him. This does make him a little bit better. This does make God Slicer better, but like it should work for the air version. Remember when wasn't the light God Slicer used to be a medium starter too? Bring that back. Black Kamehameha, he gets a super dash change. The command grab also gets a super dash change. Change where the character appears. His instant transmission to medium one. I won't really know how that affects him, or if that benefits in any way. Until I see it. I don't know. Is it going to be closer, further, higher, lower? And less recovery on heavy instant transmission, so. Okay changes. This one might give him some sort of plus frames, but he already has 2S. But 2S is kind of slow. Or this might be good for like block strings or whatever. I'm not sure. But nothing groundbreaking here. I mean, Goku Black is not going to magically jump to being top tier with any of these changes, but he is better. By how much? Well, we'll see. Android 21. I'm hoping 21 mostly stays the same. This is Majin 21, by the way, because I love this character. She's one of my favorites. She is very strong. I don't put her in the top 3 right now currently in the game, but we'll see how things work out after this patch. But standing heavy attack, reduce recovery. Crouching heavy attack, reduce recovery. Well, those are technically buffs. I mean, Super Dash Ball Light. So she gets the beam change on her ball because technically her orbs are considered like beams. They have beam property. Sweet Tooth has increased recovery after the attack hits. An excellent full course has a reduced frame advantage after hit. They smoked her level 3 Oki. They smoked level 3 Oki, which I'm not mad at. Because level 3 Oki isn't why I play the character. Sweet Tooth has increased recovery. An excellent full course has reduced frame advantage after hit. I think the Candy Beam Super is going to be the more nerfed one, because increased recovery means you can't move until a certain amount of time. I mean, they both essentially do the same thing, but I'm trying to gauge which one's going to be worse. But it was only a matter of time. It was literally only a matter of time because they've been taking level 3 Oki out of the game since season 1. Oh, but you know what's interesting? You know what's interesting about that? They did not take away Krillin's level 3 Oki. They did not take away Android 18's level 3 Oki. Oh, let me go back and double check. They didn't change Android 18's level 3 at all, right? Because Android 18 actually gets the same Oki 21 does. But it doesn't get talked about because 21's not as good as people say, or 18's not as good as people say. Yeah, they didn't take 18's Oki. We might see more 18 players just for that reason. Again, 18's neutral still not great, but she did get slightly better. She was already in a good spot. People think Barrier is strong as it is. We might actually see more Android 18. Just because she's one of the few characters that still has Oki. From post level 3, that is. Which I'm fine for, because I love 18. And I want to see people actually play this character since she's as good as everyone. Since she's fucking top tier, like, or whatever. But yeah, they're smoking 21 Oki. But I mean, other than that, she's fine. Bardock changes. Make Bardock great again. We used to be a proper country. Make Bardock great again. Standing light attack fall 2. So his auto combo has increased distance move during the attack and added events. This was something I was hoping they took away from Gogeta. They gave it to Bardock. His auto combo, he now has Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta auto combo. Oh no. Welcome to the square button society. If y'all hated Bardock auto combo before, y'all are really gonna hate it now. It's straight up an anti-air now. His auto combo is actually Gogeta auto combo now. Standing unique attack, reduce recovery on his 5S. Rebellion Spirit is faster? They made light lariat faster? Wait a minute. It's how fast is it now? It's 10 frames, right? 10 and at point blank. Oh, it's still 10 point blank. But if they're making this 9 frames, or let alone even faster than that, because the thing is, EX is already 6 point blank, and this is already 8. If they make this 8 frames, I don't think they will. It might only be 9. It might only be 9. And wait, they made this one faster too. Oh wait, no, sped up the mid-air version startup. That used to be 14. I have no clue what they're gonna change it to. We'll see how much faster they're making it. Granted, I guess it's something you could already be doing, but I feel like it's just a bit too chunky. Tyrant Lancer increased block sum when fully charged. I think right now it's only +4. I say only, but I think even when it's fully charged, it's the same as like when it's not fully charged, right? Or am I tripping? So normally it's +4 and fully charged, it's still +4. So you actually see this more often than you would think. It's 48 frames, but this actually comes up, especially like if you watch Coach Steve, it gets fully charged gut punch more often than you think you would. They might make this like 6 frames of it's +8. Wait, how do you know that? Have you already seen it? Japan might already have the patch, so if you've seen any Japanese players or somebody who's posting it online, then maybe. I haven't seen anything yet. But +4 is already good, but if you can get +6 or +8, I like these Bardock buffs. And his A-assist has increased hit stop. Didn't they do that the last time they touched his A-assist? Didn't they give it more hit stop already? They don't have to keep giving it more and more hit stop. They really don't. But actually, the last time they did this, it really fucked me up because they like I remember when I was started like extending my combos with ASS, that like it was different. It felt very different. It threw me off a lot at first. I dropped a lot more combos, even though technically it should have been easier. But these are decent changes for Bardock. They gave him Gogeta auto combo. They're making Lariat faster. They're giving him more plus frames, and they made his ASS better. So I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Moving on, we've got Broly. Less recovery on his 2L because Broly needed better frame data, I guess. Faster key blast because his zoning wasn't good enough, I guess. Adjusted movement speed of his 5M. Increased recovery on 2M and his 5S. Okay. Okay. Gigantic Claw, increased distance move during the fully charged version. I feel like you don't normally see people fully charge them though. Increased knockback on block for the fully charged version. Increased distance move during the fully charged version for Gigantic Strike. And that's it. Arxis loves Broly. That's all I can say. Gets off with a little tap on the wrist, I think. I mean, granted, the thing is, these changes don't seem, and this is always going to be the case, right? On paper, these don't seem like huge deals. Like, yeah, he's got more recovery and, you know, more knockback or whatever, so this shouldn't make him worse. But it's like, how much worse? Like, it's like 1 or 2 frames, which I guess does make a difference, or is it like actually something meaningful? I guess only time will tell, but I think that's a slap on the wrist. I think that's a slap on the wrist. But I wasn't really, as much as I hate Z Broly, I wasn't really crying for Z Broly nerfs anyway. Okay, here we go. Mr. Blue-haired bastard himself, Vegito Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, the dumbest name in all of Dragon Ball. Standing medium attack, increased recovery. You know what? You know what? Small W. Small W. We take that. We take that. That he needed that. It needed that. I still feel like the range is too much, but it falls in line with how they're just trying to change the game. They're making characters have better 5Ms, so it is what it is. But it being as fast as it is and having as much range as it does is insane. But at least they're giving other characters better 5Ms as well, to make it more equal across the board, and they gave his more recovery. Hopefully that means it's worse on whiff and on block. That was a much needed change. Vegito 5M was stupid. That was a very fucking stupid button. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. If they don't give him no other nerfs, I'm still happy with that. They made his 5S faster. Crouching unique attack, sped up the attack startup. Spiral heal shot has increased damage scaling. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. Let me double check. It would say on block. Even if it's just on whiff, that's still better. Because the thing is, I'm so sick and tired of Vegeta whiffing 5M and I go to whiff punish it and I just eat a second 5M. Is Spiral Heal Shot the move I think it is? Tell me Spiral Heal Shot is the move I think it is. Special move list. Spiral Heal Shot. Justice. Justice. Just hold on.
These are some ugly-looking fish.
Maybe we're near one of those toxic waste dumps.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Okay, everybody.
You know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Take off.
It's the thrill of one more kill. We'll never sacrifice their will.
Hold on, I gotta blast this shit. I gotta blast it. Sweet, sweet victory. Those were much needed changes. Those are the two things I want to see the most. The only issue I have is that I still feel like this move should have some added whiff recovery. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll take the reduced damage scaling and I'll take the increased recovery on 5M, because those were needed. Those are two changes I really wanted to see, and I got those, so I'm happy. I don't think that ruins the character. I think this is now normalized. It's still a great button, IMO. It's just not the best button, and this is still a good move because I mean it has no fucking recovery still. You just don't get to TOD me off of it. So, and they left his A assist alone. So Vegito's still gonna be top tier, IMO. I think Vegito's still gonna be a top tier character, but he's at least not like, he might not be the best character anymore after Lab Coat, but he might still be the best character after Lab Coat. Also, this might be the first time I ever upload like a 1 hour plus video on YouTube, because even though I'm gonna cut this up, however long it is when I like edit out like all the little in between parts or whatever and do all my little cuts, it's still gonna be a super long video. So hopefully people enjoy it and stick around for it. Anyway, moving on, Zamasu. Standing light attack can now cancel into a standing light attack in a Z combo. Standing heavy attack, increased distance move during the attack. So again, just a basic 5H change they're given most characters, not most characters, but a lot of characters. His 2H is faster. Wall of Light has reduced recovery and increased hit stop when the attack hits. And Divine Order is now faster on the ground. I don't have any comments on this. I mean, you're gonna have to ask Faisal or Zane what they think about these changes for Zamasu. I mean, he's buffed, but how much, I can't really say. Base Goku, criminally underplayed character. The thing I don't understand about Base Goku is everyone thinks this character is sick. I think this character is really strong, and he's not that popular, like usage-wise. Like people love watching him. He's really good, and then nobody plays him. I don't know. But standing unique attack. Adjusted blowback of the final hit and added wall bounce? Standing unique attack is just 5S, right? That's just his ki blast, right? Wait, did Super Saiyan Goku's get wall bounce too? Because they gave Super Saiyan Goku the same change. I don't remember reading wall bounce and added wall bounce. What? You know, they say one of the things that base Goku is lacking is that his neutral isn't the best, which I think his neutral's fine, but I mean, can it wall bounce off your ki blast? And more hit stun off of it too, so you're just straight up gonna get full combo for free. So wait a minute, wait a fucking minute. So other characters are getting special moves that anti-air, and some characters are deadass getting ki blasts that give you wall bounce so they can get full combo from it, and Trunks gets different trajectory on his flip. You cannot be fucking serious. One of the things Trunks so desperately needs is a better way to hit confirm his 5S. Wall bounce would be fucking great for that 5S, or just give it a little bit more hit stun. So like I just want to hit confirm it easier. Like even getting better combos off of it is one thing, but I just want to be able to hit confirm it. You're giving niggas wall bounce? You're giving Goku, this is main character fucking privilege at its finest, bro. Arxis, why the fuck do y'all hate Trunks so much? Are you fucking kidding me? He gets wall bounce off of ki blasts that have multiple hits that he can confirm from. This is some bullshit, bro. They really hate Trunks. They really hate Trunks. He needs it. Shut the fuck up, June. You can't be serious. Okay, whatever, man. Moving on to base Vegeta. As long as base Vegeta doesn't get nerfed, I'm happy. Reduce recovery on 2M. Cool. Reduce damage on JS, that's not a big deal. And reduce recovery on Energy Cutter. It's mixed better. Base Vegeta's fine. Base Vegeta lives. Base Vegeta lives relatively untouched. I mean, they made his 2M better. They made his disc mix slightly better because it has less recovery. And they reduced his ki blast damage. Big deal. What the fuck, who cares? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. They nerfed his damage. How bad did they fuck up his damage? Because it's just the ki blast, right? It doesn't say like the scaling or like, it's just the damage of the individual ki blast, right? And how much is it? Is this really going to drastically impact his damage? That's going to suck. This one, the best part and the most fun part about playing Vegeta is his combos. So for example, currently this combo does. That's 4652. How many ki blasts was that? 4? It's like if you're saying that's 200 delta damage, I mean it's not the end of the world. No, that was 5 actually. That'd be like 250. We have no way of knowing until the patch is out and people are playing it. But like that could end up being a lot. I mean they did the same thing to Cell, because remember they reduced Cell's damage before. And it wasn't the end of the world. I mean Cell's still a TOD machine is the crazy part. So like it didn't like ruin his character. It kind of sucks, but it's not going to stop me from playing him. Plus, Vegeta's a character that, especially in the corner, right, which is where you're doing the loops, gets extra damage than other characters do because he makes up for it because he does command grab into super. You know what I'm saying? So he loses damage, but he's already a high damage character anyway. There might be some instances where I wouldn't kill where I normally would, but I don't think this is the end of the world. Yes, you're already getting an extra 200 damage from command grab anyway. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of like evens it out then to where it's back before where command grab, I mean, again, we're just using 50 as a placeholder, just as a reference. We have no way of knowing. It could be 5, it could be 100, I don't fucking know. A ki blast does what, 300 normally? What does a ki blast usually do, like, in this combo? 160? So, I mean, I don't know. We won't know for sure, but, like, remember Cell, they nerfed Cell loops. Like that's 4,570, and that might not even be optimal. I don't know. I don't play Cell. That's just the Cell loop I know. That's still almost basically 4,600 damage. And that's after that combo was nerfed. So it's probably not going to be that big of a deal for base Vegeta. I mean, he'll still be fine. Like I said, I don't even do the optimal loops. Maybe now I should actually learn them. But anyway, Cooler, standing light attack. Cooler now moves during the attack. His 5M is faster, increased distance, more range on 5H, faster ki blast, which, whatever. Death Crasher, super dash can now be performed during the later half of the motion. That must be his beam then. And Death Shaker now hits an opponent in a sliding knockdown. Did he just get an OTG? What's Death Shaker? Death Shaker is 214S. Did he just get an OTG? Cool, that's cool. I like characters having OTGs in this game. I wish there were more, because it just gives you cooler combos. OTG means on the ground or off the ground. So like with base Vegeta, right? When you knock somebody down, I can use this command grab to pick you back up. Android 16 has an OTG, or think of like also Android 21 lab coat, how she can stomp on you when you're on the ground. Same thing. So yeah. Android 17, reduce recovery on his 2M. Excel Driver Heavy, any type of follow-up can now be performed after moving behind the opponent and before attacking. Could he not do that before? Okay, well they buffed Rekka kinda. Finishing Driver Heavy, any type of follow-up can now be performed. Okay, so it's the same thing. Top Gear Medium, increased distance move during the attack. Increased distance move during the low gear. So he just made Rekka even better, which is... I don't think he really needed that, but, you know, it just made his follow-ups better. 17 might be a character we see more of, because I feel like he's already pretty good, and it's fine. He didn't get his re-jump back, which I know is something a lot of people wanted to see, but 17's fine. Jiren, standing light attack, can now cancel into a standing light attack into a Z combo. I've seen that change for a lot of characters. 5M is faster, 2M is faster, Grand Charge is faster, Infinity Rush is faster. Oh man, why? Added invincibility to low attacks at the beginning of the attack to Shock Tornado Medium. Like, I'm trying to get counter hit on purpose. Like, you have to be really slow. It's already really fast. Like, obviously if you just do it right away, it's super easy, but... Assuming I'm understanding it properly. Either way, that's whatever. Next we have Videl. Less recovery on her 5H. Her J2H is now faster. Justice Combination has reduced recovery. Moonsault, kick, special moves, and Super Dash cannot be performed after the attack. Hold on, because I gotta see something. So she's just gonna get some really cool combos, basically, is all this is. Which she already has really cool combos, because, like, you can already do shit like... Frankenstein Heavy adjusted the spawn location of Great Saiyan when in the corner. Will he appear behind you instead of in front of you, so that way you can keep the corner? If he appears in the location that lets you keep the corner, then I can only assume that's good. And then we have Rainbow Storm, added invincibility to jumping attacks at the beginning of the attack, and increased untechable time when there's no camera effect. That's her super. This is an anti-air now? What? Not only is this now an anti-air, but they're giving it more hit stun, right? Which means you're just straight up gonna get combos off this, so... Because you can already do this, is the thing. You can already combo off of it in the first place. I used to do this when I first played her, but... I don't know how you'd end it, but you see that damage? So... Wait a minute, nigga, whoa! Am I gonna be able to beat Super Dash with Videl level 1? Like, say a nigga is doing a full screen Super Dash at me, right? Can I just level 1 them instead of 2H'ing it? Yeah, I think that's a really cool change for her. Moving on, we have GT Goku. So, standing light attack, follow-up 2, increased damage move during the attack. Increased distance move during the attack. So his auto combo has more range. Kamehameha has increased block stun for the grounded version. Super Dash, yeah. Super Ultra Spirit Bomb, adjusted movement position, increased the distance the projectile travels, and adjusted blowback on hit. I don't know if that's a buff or a nerf, I'm not sure. Ultimate Z change. When one of his allies is down, Goku will now perform Super Ultra Spirit Bomb instead of his usual Ultimate Z change meteor attack if the assist button for that downed character is pressed. Whoa. And that must be why they made these changes to the Super. So you can DHC into GT Goku Spirit Bomb now. If you want to, you have the option. Is there any other character in the game that has multiple level 3s where you can pick which one you want? I don't think so, right? That would be such a sick change for other characters to get too. Hit has a thing where you can choose between level 3 and Shotgun, but technically Shotgun's a level 1 or level 7 if you want it to be. It's a level whatever you want it to be. Well, no, because when you DHC, it takes all your bar, right? So it's however many bars you have, it just takes all of them. That's really interesting. I want to see what these, like how these actually affect it. But being able to pick the Spirit Bomb, I like the fact that it's an option. I just always like giving people more options. They buffed his A assist. Does he get the OG hit stun back? Probably not, because whenever they do something like this, they never go back to something how it was. Think Goku 2M, think Trunks Change the Future. They never change something back to how it was. But, I mean, A assist might be strong again. We'll see, because if it's... I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's not going to be as good as it was before, though. That's I'm positive. But I mean, GT Goku buffs. Yeah. So, Janemba, standing light attack has increased distance. Standing light attack follow-up 1 is faster, so his 5LL is faster. His 2L is faster, which is pretty good for him. 5H is faster. JH, adjusted distance move during the attack. Hellgate has less recovery. And that's it. So, just better frame data, basically. Better frame data for Janemba. I don't really think he needed much right now. I don't know how Janemba players feel, but I thought Janemba was another character who was in a really good spot. Nothing drastic here, but overall just slightly better character. This should be better for his combos. And he just has better buttons. Gogeta Blue. As strong as I think Gogeta Blue is, I don't really think he needed any changes one way or the other, buffs or nerfs. I think he's mostly fine. I don't like the character, but I honestly don't think he's like... I don't think there's anything too ridiculous about him, if I'm being honest. Other than the fact that he just does a shit ton of damage. But his JL has increased active frames. He didn't need that, but whatever. He can Super Dash now, which is the fucking beam, right? And when one of his allies is down, Gogeta will now perform God Punisher instead of his usual Ultimate Z change attack if the assist button for that character is pressed. Now, why did he need that? I'm not mad at it, but like, why did he need that? Again, other characters are getting DHC changes and better supers and stuff, and Trunks level 2 is still whatever. It's cool. Next up we have DBS Broly. I know you guys are hoping for frame data buffs. I don't know if we'll see a lot of that in here. Standing unique attacks, sped up the attack startup, so his Ki Blasts are faster. Headbutt has more range. Can now be cancelled into after unique attack or crouching unique attack in a Z combo. Sped up the attack startup when the opponent's on the ground. Startup is now faster when the opponent's on the ground and in hit stun. Increased attack power after the attack, so just better combos. Which is not really what he needed, but you know. Wait, let Bardock have this. Let Bardock have this. Let Bardock have this. But this is his command grab, right? This is a command grab, so it looks like a fast command grab. He's got increased attack power. More range on this, and it's probably just going to be better for combos, and more DHC options. So, buffs. Then we have Kefla, who I don't really think needed any changes. Her 2H distant move now changed with the forward input, so she has more lateral range on her 2H. Super Cannonball, Super Dash change, less recovery. I don't know how much less recovery it'll have, but she'll have something there, I hope. Because just right now, you don't really get to use all the cool mix-ups we thought Kefla was going to have when she released with Command Dash didn't work because there's just too much recovery. Now they might actually work. Like I said, I don't know the actual block strings and shit anymore, but somebody will figure something out. I'm sure. But I like it. Again, Kefla's a character who I think is already really solid. Not top tier, but really strong. Only reason why Kefla doesn't get played more is because people just think she's boring. UI Goku. Shining Soul has reduced recovery except on hit. Autonomous Fist has increased distance move during the attack. Sure, Kamehameha. It gets to... Can y'all please fix his fucking... Oh my god. It's a feature. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Because they refuse to fix his Kamehameha. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you what I'm talking about. UI Goku has this stupid ass bug that I guess just isn't a bug, where when he does his beam and you try to vanish, you still land in the beam. And it's so annoying. This move right here, his 214S, right? When he does this move, you can't... Hold on. Let me, what's the easiest way to demonstrate this? Okay, so. You still land in the beam. It's so annoying. It's so stupid. You can't punish it. It's so dumb. I've always thought that it was a bug because he does a backflip, right? But the thing is, like, even if you vanish after I'm vanishing after the beam has already started, and you still end up in front of him. I think what's happening here is the vanish is putting you where he was instead of where he is. And, like, to me, that's a bug. But I guess they don't think so. I guess it's intentional because it's been like 4 or 5 patches. They refuse to fix it. I don't know why they refuse to fix it. It's mad annoying. It happens to me all the time where you try to vanish this and you just can't. To me, this is really, really stupid. And now he gets combos off of it. So fucking cool. Fucking cool. Moving on, Master Roshi. A lot of changes here. 5H, faster. His J2H has increased untechable time when there's no camera effect. Masterful Leap cannot be performed during the later half because he doesn't have Super Dash. So he gets the Super Dash change, but his version of the Super Dash change. Wise Warrior has less whiff recovery. Jumping Splits has added invincibility. It's so anti-airs now. Didn't this move already low crush though? This move low crush, didn't it? Now it low crushes and anti-airs? Unless I'm bugging. Reverse Kamehameha as a special move can now be performed when the projectile lands. Adjusted wall bounce when the projectile lands when moving directly to the side, and adjusted the blowback when the projectile hits when moving diagonally and increasing technical time. Roshi's got some shit. I think Roshi is still a very underexplored character with a lot of potential that you didn't really get to see because LK stopped playing the game and then they nerfed his assist and everybody who was playing him for the assist stopped playing him. I think if Roshi's assist had never been nerfed the way it did, a lot of people would have played him just because the assist was so good and you would have seen how much stuff Roshi actually had because I thought Roshi was a very strong character. I don't think Roshi's as bad as a lot of people think he is. If you guys have ever seen Faulty Thing play Roshi, you'll see Roshi's got some sneaky shit. Matter of fact, there was that set Faulty Thing had against Wawa at Combo Breaker, and he actually took a game off Wawa. Wawa was not prepared for the Roshi. Wawa was getting mixed by some Roshi, actually. Moving on, we've got Super Baby 2. So standing heavy attack has less recovery, so 5 has less recovery. Standing unique attack. The blast of the second hit will no longer hit a crouching opponent. Oh, that sucks. Increase hit stop on hit for the returning blast, and increase untechable timing of the returning blast. It's a burf, as LK would say, a buff and a nerf. JS projectile trajectory can now be changed with an up input. Oh. Revenge Driver has adjusted blowback during the camera effects. Revenge Final Flash Super Dash cannot be performed during the later half of the motion, so the beam change everyone got. Persight Takeover has reduced recovery for the grounded version. And his A assist, the blast of the second hit will no longer hit a crouching opponent, and it's the same thing they did to just his key blast in the first place. Gogeta, standing heavy attack, increased knockback on block. Crouching heavy attack. Distance move can now be changed with a back input. So you can... It's still a very weird change, but... And sped up the grounded version startup of his Meteor Strike. Made it faster. Is that flip kick? Why would they do that? That's not what they did, is it? Don't tell me they just made medium flip kick faster. I just don't think Gogeta of all characters needed a buff. So currently it's 30 frames. I mean, I guess it is kind of slow, but you already see people get use out of it as it is. Like, people very rarely react to this. So, I mean, what are we thinking? Like, 26 frames, right? They wouldn't go much more than that, right? 26 frames? Because the thing is, for plus frame, like, how fast is, hold on. I need to see how much they hate Trunks. So, medium Shining Slash is, it's already slower than Gogeta. And they're making Gogeta even faster. I genuinely cannot believe this. Alright, well, the very last character we have to go through is the one I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting for if you haven't been looking at it on your own already, if you haven't already gone through it. But Lab Coat 21 is the final character on the list, and we can expect some nerfs here. So, Savory Slicer has reduced block stun. I don't know which moves are which off the top of my head based on their names alone, so we got to, we're gonna be doing some jumping back and forth here. So, Savory Slicer is 236. So this has reduced block stun. So will it be more punishable? Savory Slicer, the heavy version, has increased damage scaling, so this is no longer a medium starter. So, you know, currently you can get TODs off this. Matter of fact, I think I know a TOD. What was it again? And that's far from optimal. That's just some random shit I figured out. But shit like that won't work anymore. And obviously, you're no longer gonna get just like random mid-screen TODs and shit from doing stuff like this, because this is no longer a medium starter. So that is good. The only thing though is that like this move, medium starter or not, is still gonna be insane. It's still a full screen Ki Blast invulnerable move. It's still gonna be really dumb. And I said it before these notes came out, and I'm gonna say it again here now for all of you to hear. A lot of people are still gonna hate this character. I think if you hate her, you're probably still gonna hate her. But let's go through the rest of the changes. She's definitely toned down, but how much? Then Vertical Slicer Heavy has increased damage scaling. I'm sure that's just her anti-air one, right? That's just 214H. Why do I keep doing enemy settings? So yeah, it's just a 214. So that has light scaling as well now. Then Magner Dies Heal? How do you say this? Reduced damage and reduced damage scaling. This doesn't specify whether it's light, medium, or heavy, so I'm just going to assume it's either across the board or just the light one, but Stomp has less damage. Which I don't really think Stomp itself needed to be nerfed. Does Heavy give you medium scaling currently? Oh, whatever. And Photon Swipe has slowed startup. Is that debuff super? No, that's... Oh, they made her beam slower, which is good. This beam was super fast. So Total Detonation Ball has increased recovery for the grounded version. Meaning you won't be able to do super into Stomp anymore. Yeah, they made it so you can't do level 1 into Stomp. And Photon Pulse, this is debuff super. This is debuff super. So, let's see. Reduce the move's damage, increase damage scaling, will no longer grab the opponent while they're in hit stun, delayed start of invincibility, and key gauge increased scaling now applied to the move. I mean, they definitely toned her down and they definitely nerfed debuff super a lot, but it still debuffs you, which is all anyone really cared about. The thing with this move is that the fact that it gives you that damage decrease is the main thing everyone hates about it. Sure, it being a reversal was stupid, it being a command grab, all these things, it had 1,000,001 great properties about it. It gives you a safe jump in the corner. You know what I mean? I'm trash, hold on. It gives you safe jump in the corner, it's a 4-frame reversal, it's a command grab, and it debuffs you by 21% while also doing 2,000 damage. They reduced the move's damage, so it's probably going to do, I don't know, like 1900. They increased the damage scaling, which I don't really know what that means, per se. I mean, I guess if you just DHC, like your DHCs will do less damage. It will no longer grab the opponent while they're in hit stun, so you can't combo into it anymore. So you can't do something like... Well, hold on. So you won't be able to combo into it anymore. They delayed the start of the invincibility, so it's not going to be a 4-frame reversal anymore. And they gave it key gauge increased scaling. I think it's still going to be a good move, though. Like I said, I think if you hate 21, you're probably still going to hate her. They taken away a lot of her damage, and they gave her increased recovery on her ultimate Z change. Which is just DHC, so that you can't do this anymore. Because before, you guys already know you can do, like, whatever, some shit like this. Or I guess not like that, but I'm gonna just do super. You can do shit like that, where you do super stomp level 1. So you can't do super stomp level 1 anymore. It's no longer a 4-frame. It might be like 9 frames like they did to Vegeta. So it still is a reversal, it's not a 4-frame reversal, but the difference between 4 frames and anything more than that is actually a big deal. And you can't do shit like this anymore. Because if they're in hit stun, they can't be hit by it. So she's definitely nerfed. She's been toned down a decent amount. But is she still the best? Is she still banned? Because let's be real, the biggest thing about her, like everything she had was dumb. Everything about this character was dumb. She was just strong all the way around, no weaknesses. But she's still top tier. She's definitely still top tier. She's definitely still top tier, IMO. Just because the properties of a lot of her moves are still really good. Because like I said, this is still crazy. This is still crazy. Like, them not having medium scaling is good, but like, there's still great moves. I don't know how much slower this beam will be, but it's still a beam. She actually doesn't get the super dash change though. She still has rejump from this. She still has this command grab, which still heals her, and you still get to do stomp after it, because they didn't change the command grab at all. I'm trash, by the way. So I mean, she still has a lot of great things going for her. Hopefully people hate her a lot less, and this normalizes her enough to where she's not banned everywhere. I genuinely love the character. I want to play her without feeling guilty about it. I'm not gonna lie, and I haven't been playing her as much as I want to just because she's so stupid and everyone hates her so much, and she's also been banned from events I've been participating in, right? But I think most people are still gonna have very sour feelings toward her. Because the thing is, her first impression has already soured everybody, right? It's like Leroy Smith. Leroy, if you guys aren't aware, is a character who was new to Tekken 7, who got introduced as a DLC. And everybody was really excited. He looked so cool. Everyone was like super hyped up and waiting for his release. His animations, whatever, his trailer, everything was so dope. The song, people was like, yo, it's funny, it's cool, whatever. And everyone was really excited. Then he came out and he was super broken. Like, just as, if not more broken than Android Lab Coat 21. Android 21 Lab Coat. To the point where in EVO Japan, out of 8 players in top 8, 6 of them were Leroy players. And Julia Chang, who was a kind of powerful character that a lot of people hate, was the savior that a lot of people were rooting for, hoping that she won. She didn't. But, yeah. And it's the same thing all over again, where a character that people could have loved, they now hate, and a lot of people still hate Leroy and won't play Leroy, and they have these feelings about Leroy because when he got introduced, he was just way too strong, and they kind of soured their first impression and just ruined it for everybody. And I think it's the same thing with Lab Coat, where people already feel the way that they feel and they're going to keep feeling that way. Some people will warm up to her. I already liked her from the get-go, and I still do, and I still will. But I don't think this will turn over most people to loving her. And frankly, because of the debuff super, I think people like Bum are still going to keep her banned, and other tournament organizers are still going to talk about whether or not she should be a banned character. She may or may not still be the best, because before it was no argument, she was the best character in the game. Right now, I guess there's a conversation to be had about it. I mean, obviously the patch isn't out yet, it comes out tomorrow, and we'll see, but I think she's still super strong, and she might still be the best one, to be honest. Yeah, that's where I'm at on that. That is where I'm at on that. But that should be the end of the patch notes. That took almost 2.5 hours, which is longer than I thought it was gonna take. But yeah, man. Trunks still really sucks. 18 is slightly better. Bardock is better. 21's level 3 Oki got nerfed. Lab Coat's normalized a lot. Vegito got normalized. Gogeta got buffed. And for the most part, I think most characters didn't really get a lot of new toys to play with, but there's a lot of minor buffs across the board, and only slight nerfs to the absolute best characters. Only the absolute best characters got toned down, and they weren't completely gutted. Like Vegito got normalized. He's still going to be very powerful. He's still going to be very popular. Labco got toned down a lot. She's still going to be top tier. Might even still be banned at some events. And overall, I mean, I'm looking forward to playing the patch and seeing how things turn out. And I'm just excited for, you know, everyone else's excitement in playing the game and experimenting and labbing and seeing what's new. The Videl changes also look really interesting to me as well. I really want to see Videl's new combos and things she'll be able to do. And I think that's about it, honestly. Yeah, I think that'll do it. For the fellas on YouTube, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the video with the like if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all this content up when I'm bringing you. And with all that being said, it's pretty much off today. And remember, not the capital to swing the bat. Later.